did predict the Raptors being sixth overall at the beginning of the season on tape on this channel. You can go back and watch it. And sadly, I was right up until the last few minutes of the season, and then we pop into fifth. But I'm happy about that because I don't think we had a chance against the Knicks. They have just been pummeling us year over year, even. We have not beaten them this season. I think it's been 3 years, they were saying the other day on the broadcast, since we've won a game against them. They just are, the matchup doesn't work. Brunson just seems to tear us apart, but even when he's not, guys are coming off their bench, or OG Anunoby's getting 35.
Given the go-ahead by the NBA to negotiate for an expansion team for the city of Toronto.
What is going on, Toronto Raptor fans? Yes, Slang 666 back in the house. I have been gone for a minute. I apologize. It started innocently enough with a personal, well, not personal, business trip down south where, oh my God, I was so busy for 10 days, and not even a chance of watching any kind of a basketball game. It literally was like 7 to midnight every single day. Then I got back, and the Raptors went on a Western road trip, which was a nightmare because all the games were late and going into the evenings. And I got school nights, man. I got to get up, and then sadly, the last few weeks, little personal stuff going on. Had to get out. So I'm back though with the last game of the season. Toronto Raptors. We managed to pull it off against none other than the miserable Brooklyn Nets. This was a game that we knew we were going to win. Won it handedly, 136 to 101. In fact, it was a bunch of garbage time at the end, so some of the stats are a little skewed. But luckily, our boys stepped up. I've been watching the last few games, the last weeks. I've got a new intro coming also. Actually, part of the reason I've been delayed, so you're going to see that, or you probably already have seen that. Actually, let me know what you thought. Did you like it? Was it good? I got to tweak the beginning. I need to find a better clip, actually. If somebody could search online and find me something like the Toronto Raptors first pick or something, the audio of that, where they picked Damon Stoudemire, or, the city of Toronto's been rewarded a franchise. That little clip I got where they're congratulating Bidov at some birthday thing that the team was allowed. I don't love it. I hate it, actually. I think it's lame. I'm trying to replace it. I really need to replace it. I will replace it, I promise. But if any of you could find a link, I've just been searching. I can't find a better audio clip in there. Anyway, sorry to go off on that tangent. But yeah, Brandon Ingram's been stepping it up the last week, 10 days or so, last few games, trying to show, I think, that he's happy he's got to the playoffs. Now he's going to show that he can take it to the next level. I'm hoping. Scottie Barnes as well. You can see a few of the games where he's like, okay, no, we got to win these. We need to not be in the play-in. We want to make sure we're in the playoffs for sure. And he stepped up his game. The other positive, so we ended up playing the Cleveland Cavaliers, by the way, in case anyone doesn't know. It was a little bit up in the air when we won this game, but since the Orlando Magic ended up falling to the Boston Celtics, as well as the Atlanta Hawks getting pummeled by Miami Heat, which is kind of interesting. Like, that's a weird triangle. We seem to be able to destroy the Heat. Anyway, that puts us into fifth place. So we would be playing the Cleveland Cavaliers in the first round, and which is actually a good thing. Other than I did predict the Raptors being sixth overall at the beginning of the season on tape on this channel. You can go back and watch it. And sadly, I was right up until the last few minutes of the season, and then we pop into fifth. But I'm happy about that because I don't think we had a chance against the Knicks. They have just been pummeling us year over year, even. We have not beaten them this season. I think it's been 3 years, they were saying the other day on the broadcast, since we've won a game against them. They just are, the matchup doesn't work. Brunson just seems to tear us apart, but even when he's not, guys are coming off their bench, or OG Anunoby's getting 35. That same sort of Raptor / Canadian player, killing us, which we fall victim to. So the only way we're beating the Knicks is if somehow, like, Karl Anthony Towns goes down, or Brunson goes down, which could happen in the first round. The way the NBA is, there's tons of injuries. So I'd love to see us beat up on Cleveland. It's going to be a tough series. I'm not sure that we've seen Cleveland at full strength yet this year. Every time we've played them, they either had Allen out or Mobley out. I think even Darius Garland was out in one of those. When we played them, did the Beard play? I can't remember. But again, I think that one of their big men were out. So I'm not sure we've seen their power four, their big four, all in one game this year. But we do seem to have a better matchup against them. We seem to be able to shut down Damian Mitchell. Damian Mitchell. Or we can, sort of hold Jared Allen at bay. Mobley, he's killed us in a couple games, but Scottie even seems to go up against him since they're from that same draft class. So yeah, it's going to be interesting. I'm predicting Raptors beat Cleveland in 7 games. I think we could take it in 6. We could take it in 6. Depends on the health. I will be on here after each of the Raptor games during the playoffs, I hope. So please make sure that you come in, stay tuned. Let's bask in the victories if we have a victory, or, I'll be here as a shoulder to cry on if we happen to lose. But yeah, let's show Cleveland a thing or two, because I do believe now that the Raptors, so they've been fumbling around with their lineup, and I know we've talked about Dick a lot on this channel, how much I love Dick and wish Dick could be a bigger part of the team, but he just hasn't been able to do it. He got in a little bit in some garbage time today. Fell on the floor. Actually, I think he maybe hurt his private area. The way he fell, it was sort of weird. He did like a backward stretch on a dunk that he did. But now that we have figured out Jacoby Walter is that guy coming off the bench. All year we've known Mama is coming off for Jakob Poeltl. We've known Jamal Shedd's coming off for Emmanuel Quickly. Um, Colin Murray Boyles has been in the mix quite a bit. Obviously, he's our rook. He's our draft pick. We're going to get him, some minutes. But there was always sort of fumfering around between Grady Dick, Jameson Battle, Jacoby Walter, who knows. And then we've got AJ Lawson in the mix, and he's been getting more and more time. We signed him to a proper NBA contract, took him off the two-way, and Jacoby Walter seems to be the man. And in the game today, it's hard to dispute against that decision. You've got AJ Lawson going 2 of 4, some nice ones too. He can get it up quick. I hope he works with Grady Dick. Grady Dick's problem is he's not catch and shoot quick enough. Like he catches, but then he hesitates, or then he's got to do a sidestep, but then like they get their hand in his face, or it's contested too closely, or he just straight up doesn't even take the shot and he goes driving towards the basket. AJ Lawson, man, he gets that shot up fast, and he was 2 of 4 from 3, and Jacoby Walter was 3 of 5. So those are pretty good stats for them. We've needed people to come off the bench that can hit the threes. And with Mahmoud Kalashvili hitting one once in a while, Jamal Shead can hit one once in a while. Emmanuel Quickly's been better. Today's game, he was 0 of 2, but RJ was 2 of 5, and Brandon Ingram was 3 of 5. So anyway, that kind of shooting against the Cleveland Cavaliers team that we're playing over and over again, that we can really game and get ready for and strategize against, I think we'll beat them. We'll have to see who we're playing in the next round, because there's just a weird Knicks matchup that we have a problem with. I don't think the Celtics are going to be any easier either. We're going to need to hope that we can play like a depleted Detroit Pistons team or something, but they've had our number 2. It's been brutal. I'll bring all the stats next week when we talk. So anyway, yeah, if you've watched this far, thank you very much. I really appreciate it. There should be some regular content happening again. Please like, subscribe, comment, tell a friend, and I appreciate you guys. And yeah, go Raptors. Most importantly, we're going to try to get around. This year is all about just building blocks for these young guys, so getting a couple of victories under their belts and sort of learning what it's like, the playoffs, how it really goes to the next level, and what to expect. That's really all that I think we can get out of this, and sort of look towards building next year. So, but anyways, we'll see what happens. It's the playoffs. You got a chip in a chair, you got a chance. You know what I'm saying? All right. Anyways, thanks for watching. See you next.